Alex, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Have you started?
Yes, can you check the YouTube?
Yes, all good. We are live.
Perfect. Hello, guys. Let's kickstart today's pitching session. We have a lovely group of Web3 projects and investors here today with us. Alex and I were VC analysts at InnMind and happy to have you all here. I hope everyone is well and having a great start to the year. Today's session is hosted in partnership with XDC Network. So let me share a brief intro about XDC for our investors and anyone seeing us through our live streams. XDC Network is an enterprise-grade EVM-compatible layer 1, a highly optimized bespoke fork of Ethereum. It allows for 2-second transaction time, near zero gas fees, and over 2,000 transactions per second. The XDC network is powered by a dynamic community of developers, validators, and users who actively contribute to its continuous development and global expansion. They support projects through their ecosystem, the foundation, and their investment arm, XVC. And so a reminder to our founders today to share the screen with their pitch deck, and you will have 5 to 6 minutes to pitch. Afterwards, investors will be able to ask their questions. We are live and direct, so please don't share anything extra confidential. Keep the ultra confidential information for the one-to-one calls with VCs. So I think let's begin with some intros from our investors and partners that we have here today, like a short intro of your guys' investment thesis and what you are currently looking at the market. So anyone who is listening as well on the live stream can kind of know you better. I think we can start with Sebastian and AQN, if he's here with us. Hi, Seb. Nice to
Hey,
have
how's
you
it
here
going?
with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good to see everyone. Happy, I guess it's not too late. Happy New Year, and it's going to be an interesting 2025 already kicking off that way. So yeah, I work at AQN, which is the investment management arm of Aqua, which provides trading and payments APIs and like kind of like integration services for traditional financial service businesses who want to enable crypto on their platforms. We're independent though, Aqua has provided money into our funds, but we operate separately. So we've got early stage venture. We write checks at the pre-seed and seed rounds into infrastructure, which isn't like L1s and L2s. It's more like middleware, dev tools, SaaS, that kind of thing. Data and analytics and compliance or kind of compliant technologies. Our first fund's fully deployed, so we're kind of in fundraising mode ourselves at the moment, but still staying abreast as to what's going on in the ecosystem. And then we have like our yield fund, which is kind of like a private credit fund, as well as like some trading strategies, and then some DeFi as well. So we're actively deploying capital as like as LPs, I guess, or liquidity providers in the space right now. So really looking forward to seeing the products present today, and nice to be reconnected with you guys.
Thank you very much, Seb. I think we can move with, hi Charles. I see Charles here from Magnus Capital.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's well. Lovely to see you all. Yeah, I'll give you a quick intro on myself and Magnus. My name's Charlie. I am running sort of the BD side here at Magnus, talking to the projects and other VCs in the space. So happy to connect with anyone on the call for sure. Magnus Capital himself, we're a prop VC firm. We're global. We are sector agnostic. We've got guys, US, Canada. I'm based in London. There's a couple of guys in Europe, a couple in Dubai, Hong Kong, and Vietnam. We tend to, sector agnostic, tend to get in around pre-seed, seed, Series A. Check size range from 100K to 500K. We will lead as well on some rounds. Currently, we're kind of just, we've got a quant fund as well, sorry, and a liquid fund. We are, we're interested to talk to projects in the space. I wouldn't say we've got a specific thesis right now, but yeah, innovative projects, great founders. What else? Yeah, any ecosystem, etc. We've got a great network ourselves. We've connected with a lot of VCs, a lot of service providers in the space as well. So happy to be on the call. Thank you for having me. Really excited to speak to some of you today and find out more about your projects.
Thank you very much, Charles. Perfect. Thank you. I see also Avri from Syndika. Avri, do you want to provide us with a short intro?
Yes, of course. First of all, pleasure to be here. I've been in the previous VC pitching session of InnMind, and it was great. So I'm working in Syndika. Syndika is a venture studio for early Web3 startups. We've been in the market for 8 years, did over close to 100 projects on blockchain, mainly on DeFi and finance-related projects. Currently, we have 15 startups in our portfolio. So basically, we're doing an incubation for these startups. Some of them have grown, and one of the startups, for example, is Kima. I don't know if you might have heard about it. It's a very successful one. Did a TGE about a month and a half ago. We're always seeking for new projects to invest and grow with them, and use our strengths, which is R&D, economics, and cybersecurity. So I'm curious to see the projects.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Avri. And I think we can move with Nicholas from GDA Capital. No, Nicholas, do you hear us?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Hey guys, give me a second. Yeah, Nicholas here from GDA Capital. We are an advisor and investor to early stage blockchain projects globally. We were founded in 2017 in Toronto, Canada. We have satellite offices in London, Lisbon, and for me, I'm based in Singapore. We have over 70 plus portfolio companies. Our ticket size range from 10K all the way up to 100K. We are a proprietary fund, so we do not have any external investors. We are sector agnostic, so as long as the project leverages blockchain technology, we're happy to explore some form of collaboration. Apart from investment, we do pride ourselves in value creation by helping to turbocharge our portfolio companies that we work with through business development, corporate development, and so on, right? So we are happy to be back here again with InnMind for the new year. So thanks for the invitation and excited to take a look at the new projects.
Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you a lot for the intro. I also see Sharon from Langianus Fund. Hi, Sharon. I see maybe she's not listening. So we can move on maybe with the lovely Valeria. Hi, Valeria. Are you with us? We can't hear you.
Valeria has joined our business. Oh, here she is. Hey, Valeria.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I will be without the camera right now.
Oh, we have two Valerias on the call, I think. One from WebWise and one from Syndika.
Sure.
Yeah, so I have joined Syndika this week as a business ecosystem manager. Wish good luck to all startups and excited to hear what they have prepared for us.
Thank you very much. Maybe the other Valeria thinks she unmuted. But yeah, maybe there's I suppose there's something wrong with the microphone. I mean, feel free, guys, to provide an intro if you want if you want to ask any questions. I think we can move on with the. Also, yeah, sorry to forget. We have Max. Hi, Max, our partner with Coinstruct. Hey, how are you?
Hello, Ains. I'm fine, and welcome, guys, to today's session. I'm very pleased to be here today. We're Coinstruct, and more recently, Coinstruct Ventures. So we're tokenomics-focused early-stage Web3 startup fund, and previously we had a pretty big background in tokenomics incubation for early-stage startups. Now we're focused primarily on decentralized AI as the kind of the whole market as we see. But what we do is kind of focused tokenomics incubation from a very start, from a very draft. We develop both supply side, demand side, and simulations. We do have people who are specifically trained on game theoretical aspects of token economies or DG practices and all the other complexities of token economies. So very curious to hear some pitches from our founders today, probably to give some insights right away, chat after as well. And yeah, guys, have a great pitch sessions.
Perfect. Happy to have you here with us, Max. We worked with Max in a couple of projects here. They've got a great experience on tokenomics and kind of getting into venture funding as well. So happy to have you here today with us. So let's move to the exciting part of today's session and actually the pitches from the founders. So I think we can begin with Agu and OX Football Meta Soccer. So Agu, feel free to kind of share your screen.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you so
The
much,
stage
man.
is yours.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for hosting this. I'm Agu, founder and CEO of 0x Football, the Web3 hub for 4 billion football fans. A little bit about me. I'm also a former football player. I used to play half of my life. Did it professionally in the local league for 2 years. I was born in Uruguay, by the way. Uruguay is a country, very small country, 3 million people, but with a very rich history in football. We are deeply passionate about this sport. I played until I was 17. I decided back then that I was enjoying more doing things with the computer, doing programming, all that stuff. So I transitioned into a software engineer, computer scientist career. And I'm now one of the 4 billion football fans out there, right? An audience that, by the way, is growing and is growing like crazy, particularly in countries as US and China that are huge and super important, as you all know. Yet, if you are in Web3 like me, I've been in the space for more than 7 years now. You have to ask yourself, why is the Web3, the football community so big? Where is the Web3 football community? We look around, we couldn't find it, so we are creating it. We are creating it by introducing football, which is a token for 4 billion football fans. A token that has many use cases and utility, one of which is culture. The token is going to unite the football community into the Web3 space by creating opportunities for fans to monetize football content, create memes, monetize their knowledge through prediction markets, and so on and so forth. It also has it has been designed to also have use cases around DeFi and real-world applications. The token is going to empower access to staking, yield farming, opportunities to invest in football clubs, contracts, and so on. And we also have designed the token and the economy to be useful in gaming. The token is going to allow fans to play and compete and earn in games such as Meta Soccer. This is a more graphical explanation of what I'm saying. We are, at the end of the day, designing 0x Football to be an ecosystem of products and experiences that revolve around one thing, and that thing is the token. We have a few products on the pipeline being developed, a few that are already live, a few that are still on development. One is Meta Soccer, that I'm going to show you right now. Meta Soccer is in a private beta state. It's a football manager game that allows fans to play to feel what it is to be the owner of a football club. We have more than 45,000 users sign up, 5,000 teams compete on a monthly basis on a competition that is exciting and that rewards users with this token. We have also developed WonderKid, which is AI agent that is going to engage with football fans on Twitter and allows them to create content and monetize also through the token. And we are also developing Football PM, which is a prediction market for football fans that is going to allow them to monetize their knowledge. All of this is a piece, the very beginning of a community that we aspire to make it very big. We are just getting started. Today we have a really good Twitter and social media engagement and following. We have a Discord community with more than 17,000 members that are interested in Meta Soccer. Meta Soccer has seen more than 42,000 registrations. We have, as I was saying, more than 5,000 teams competing on a monthly basis on Meta Soccer. The roadmap is very clear. We are going to launch the token on Q1 this year. We are in a very exciting context to launch it. We are going to launch the prediction market app also on this Q. We are going to launch the public version of Meta Soccer, which is in private beta version right now. On the next Q, then we are going to integrate professional football clubs and then focusing on expanding the token and the community. We are a team of football enthusiasts. We are very passionate about the sport. As I was saying, I used to play. It has been part of my life for half of my life, even more. Ivan, my co-founder, he's from Argentina, also a land that vibrates football, as you can imagine. He's a strong Boca Juniors fan, and together we combine more than 15 years of experience on the industry. We have amazing advisors, people who have worked on many big companies in the space, such as YGG, Mercedes-Benz, Telefonica, and so on, EA, Riot. We have very cool advisors and very cool investors, such as Consensus Mesh, Protocol Labs, Techstars, and XDC Network. We are, as I was saying, about to launch the token. We are fundraising for that. We have made a lot of progress, already successfully closed the VIP round, which is meaning we have raised already around 350,000 out of the 2 million we need. We have conducted recently, last week, pre-sale on the XDC network, very small one, but we successfully closed it in less than 24 hours. So there is a lot of excitement and expectations about the token launch we are about to do. That's it on my side. I invite you, happy to show you Meta Soccer if we have time. If not, I can go through questions that you might have. But more importantly, I invite you to play and have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Agu, for the great pitch. Any investor that would like to ask any question regarding the product, maybe Agu can provide us with a short demo.
I can play a little bit if you want while I answer questions, if that's okay.
Feel free, guys, to unmute yourselves if you want to ask anything.
In the meantime, I'm going to show you Meta Soccer a bit. Feel free to interrupt me and ask questions.
Well, that's just a super generic one, just because I'm always curious to get this. Football's got this huge market, and there's been I've met a bunch of different groups that are trying to build some sort of Web3 link to football, and a lot of these guys will often even say they've got crazy partnerships, with all these European clubs or whatever else, and then man, I never hear from them again. Nothing ends up happening. So, what do you think is is the problem there? It kind of feels a little bit like Web3 gaming, which maybe just waiting to find its killer app. Maybe this is it. Just I don't know. But why do you think we've failed to see any traction in what should be a pretty great environment?
That's a great question. I think the issue is that we didn't have utility. Honestly, partnerships are fine. Some of the things that some projects and companies have tried to do on the football space is cool on the marketing and the the aspirational side of things. But at the end of the day, we haven't seen any really big utility for football fans, and that's what I think is the big mistake. Fans don't care about Web3 technology, blockchain, all the underlying stuff. They just want to play a football game and have fun. They just want to go to the stadium and be able to root for their teams and maybe have a voice on what the team does. I think that the biggest mistake and where we are focused on is on providing utility, real utility. So come play a game, come monetize your knowledge, come be able to accrue value so you can have ownership on the football club you love and have real ownership, not only deciding which song is going to be played on the stadium, like being able to decide whether your club is going to hire the team you want, for example. We fail to see those things, and I think that's where the opportunity is into providing real utility. That's why we focus so much on gaming, because gaming is a super easy, not easy, but a direct way to provide utility to football fans in this case.
That's awesome. And then sorry if you mentioned this already, but are you guys doing a lot of work to try to abstract away the fact that there's a crypto behind the scenes here, and it's just hey, if you're a football fan, here's a new way to play around, or how do you see that? Or is it really trying to target that intersection of football and Web3 fans?
We are trying to target the intersection right now, just because we are launching the token, and most token buyers are folks who understand about what we are doing and the benefits of owning a share of in this case, the football community. But that's only for the token launch campaign, right? When it comes to acquiring users for the product, for the products in plural, we target Web2 users because, again, they don't care about the technology. If you play Meta Soccer, if you start playing, of course, you can log in with MetaMask, and the experience is much of a Web3 experience. But you can also log in with account abstraction, and you are going to play Meta Soccer and receive a token that you can change for money without even knowing that you are using blockchain under the hood, without signing any transaction, without having all those challenges that Web3 introduces. So my take is, for some things, you will have to focus on the football fans that are early adopters of this technology. In general, what we are trying to focus on is on bringing the normies, the Web2 football fans to this space. And we believe there is a good opportunity right now because crypto is becoming more and more mainstream. Changes in the global context allow us to, as an industry, to do things that were not possible before, and that provides good user experiences for Web2 people, normal people. That's where the focus should be for us.
Awesome, thanks.
Thank you, Agu. If we don't have any other questions from our partners and investors, I think we can move on with the next project and Caddy Finance.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, hi, Arco.
Hi. So yeah.
Perfect. We can see your screen.
One second, I have some issue with my thing. Can I see my screen now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. I actually sent the wrong screen, as is the proper way to do things, make an error. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Dorko Ganguly. I'm one of the co-founders of Caddy Finance. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so I'll try my best to make things simple for everybody. But I'll be a little low on energy. So at Caddy Finance, what we are fundamentally doing is we are bringing TradFi strategies into the DeFi space. before I start actually what exactly we are building and what are we moving towards, I want to give a bit of a background about the team, the founding team, which is me and Abhishek. So my personal background is in capital markets and securities regulations lawyer for 11 years. Both Abhishek and I are Antler founders. I built a previous Antler portfolio company, which has raised more than $2 million, and I've taken a strategic exit from that, which has built Europe's first digital notary. I actually wanted to build the first TLS notary solution in Europe, but he ended up building a marketplace. But now I'm going back to the blockchain space. Abhishek comes from years and years of experience in the blockchain space for 5 years. So both of us have been friends first, business partners second, and both of us have been talking about the endemic problem in the DeFi space that we think we need to solve. And we actually have worked a bit in the previous project in RWA tokenization space for consultants. To give that backdrop, whatever we identified from our interactions and our market research and our work in our life, what we have realized is there's a fundamental unique problem in DeFi that it is kind of in the same space as TradFi was in the 50s and the 60s, where we see cycles of booms and cycles of busts, but no effective risk management strategies. And I feel, and we feel that we are at the stage in DeFi where we are seeing a lot of managed products and a lot of risk management strategies that are coming in to actually hedge the bets of various traditional investors or retail investors or even small scale institutional investors to see the upsweep of a crypto bull run, but also have protections in case the markets go bust. We saw that with hedging instruments that came out in the derivatives markets, the options market in the 60s and the 70s, and we see the same in DeFi. We are one of the pioneers there. We try to be one of the pioneers there. And the first, we want to build a foray of products, starting with the first product, the flagship product that we have, which is a hedge that we are building between a lending pool and what we call an indemnification pool. So what we are fundamentally doing is we are taking battle-tested, tried and tested DeFi, TradFi strategies, and we're implementing the DeFi space, starting with our first product. So how does this product work? We first of all have a base risk assessment and mitigation tools built over EigenLayer ABS. And we are basically building this tool with using different products which kind of interact with each other and provide different delta neutral options, delta neutral strategies in the market and kind of opposing positions to help them. So the first product, what we have is a dual pool hedge. And what is a dual pool hedge? On one side, we have the lending pool where so let's say you have invested $100 into the protocol. On one side, we have the lending pool where we are deploying a particular portion of the liquidity provided by the customers into forward lending in different DeFi protocols, which were forward lent to provide a stable APY. On the other side, we have the indemnification pool, which is basically locking that particular liquidity in stable coins in an indemnification pool, and we're providing corresponding rewards. So what's happening in the lending side is pretty clear. So let's say it's $100 and $50 goes into the lending pool. The $50 of stable coins gets deployed across different lending protocols, and we give a stable APY on top of that. When it comes to indemnification pool, we provide staking rewards or because this particular stablecoins is locked in the indemnification pool. And these are liquid rewards, which can be actively traded. And if the market goes up, the user gets the benefit of the bull run and the price appreciation. When the market goes down, we provide what we call a buyback protection on that particular lending, the token that has been rewarded. So case in point, in case a $50 has come into the indemnification pool and the price per token at which it was issued as at market $1, if the price goes up to a $2, the user gets the benefit of the bull run. But if the price comes down, let's say to 50 cents, we provide a stop loss on that particular price fall based on geometric Brownian motion, basically stochastic models that we have that we are going to implement. Right. So that way we provide the benefit of bull run and the downside protection of a bear market. the market opportunity of customized investment products are huge. This is the first product that we are launching with. Down the road, we are also going to implement dollar cost averaging and option vaults, where we're going to put battle-tested, tried and tested investment strategies like collar strategy, butterfly strategies, and so on. Basically trying to build the bridge for traditional investors in the retail as well as the institutional space in the traditional markets, in the TradFi market, to come to the DeFi market in the present market environment, where a huge chunk of people, starting from wealth managers, as well as a significant population of American investors, are looking for wide-scale adoption of DeFi. So the business model is fundamentally going to be a simple way of for the flagship product, where whatever yield that is generated from these from the dual pool strategy, we're going to take a percentage of the percentage of the extra yield that's generated as a protocol fee. So from a traction perspective, we are in the process of building our MVP using Eigeler AVS. We are a part of the Brink XDC program. We are going to launch our testnet by the end of this month. We are going to launch our product within the Q1 of 2025 within March. And then we're going to expand our product suite to other advanced derivative products. Currently, we are doing a fundraise of $1.5 million to fundamentally move towards two specific things. The first thing is we are going to launch our token with the XDC network, and we are moving towards that. So we are going to build our community as well as our marketing efforts. But more importantly, we also want to hire some specific resources to build out our product, which we are currently in the process of building for production scale. So that's where we are. So if you have any specific questions and you're interested to talk more, feel free to reach out to me. We have been building actively, and our testnet is going live. I feel I still have enough time, right, guys, to show a short simulation of what we have been presently building. So if that works, I'll hand it over to my co-founder, Abhishek, to show.
I think, yeah, thank you very much for the pitch. I think we can kickstart with the questions, and in the meantime, you can also showcase.
That makes sense. So maybe you're saying in the meanwhile, while we're showing the simulation, the questions are happening, just like happened in the previous one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Abhishek, maybe you can share your screen and you can show the workflow, what we have built so far, and then maybe you can take questions, guys. Hi.
I
Sure,
don't
definitely.
know if we have any questions from our investors.
Just if you can repeat, this product is currently on testnet?
We are going live on testnet by the end of this month.
Okay. So you're going to show us a demo now?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're doing. So Abhishek, maybe you can show, and then Tras, now you have raised your hand. Do you have any specific
Yes,
questions?
Max, feel free to unmute yourself and go for it.
Thank you so much for your pitch. It was great to hear about the technology. And close to the final part of your pitch, you mentioned that you're planning to launch a token. So if you have any details, or at least like the high level mechanism that you're trying to implement, because the product itself is kind of complex in terms of the execution. So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts about it.
That's a very good question, Max. So basically what we are specifically for the utility, the question is on how exactly the token will interact with the product, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes. So we are fundamentally looking at this particular token to have a two-sided utility for the network. The one side is governance, where we want to launch it as a governance token for our protocol. The other side is also when it comes to the protection band. So maybe Abhishek can start off the workflow and answer that specific question. So then in the indemnification side, the protocol rewards that we are providing will also be through this token that we have, which is backed by the indemnification pool. So there's two main specific instances in which we're going to provide utility of the token. But most importantly, we want to have a governance token for our DeFi protocol, because we are doing our protocol operations, although it may sound a bit complex, is a little similar to what Pendle is doing for yield tokenization. So even we are following a similar tokenomics as for them.
So just to add on to it, right? I was just showcasing that you can, so we do have a simulation to kind of play around for the users and everyone, right? So where you can come in and then connect your wallet and just have some sort of test tokens, not even Web3 like typical token here. And then we can start, investing, which means the pool of indemnification, which will be vested over a period of time, like Orko mentioned. As soon as you see here the price of the floor price and the token prices here, if the floor price and the token price falls below the floor price, you have an eligibility buyback, which means we are going to be like buying back at 0.2 cents, which is the strike price. So in this case, if I execute this buyback happens, and then out of 500 to $50 was issued back to the user, and the rest of the $500 is actually rest of the $500 is actually gone on the Aave side or forward lending side, which means the further lending protocols are being invested in. So that's sort of a way to showcase, this is what we are going to do in the first product.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Do we have any other questions from our investors? No. Okay, perfect. So we can move on with the thank you, Caddy Finance team for the pitch. We can move on with token tails. Hey.
Hello everyone. Let me share my screen just quickly.
Perfect. All good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Token Tails is a place where you can play with your NFT cat while having fun and earning rewards. And doing the good to help real cats in the shelter as well. Yeah, so we found like real core issues in terms of welfare and shelters, especially cat shelters in Europe, as we have like 2,000 shelters, but in Europe we have 70 million cats that are on the streets out of total 130 million cats. So more cats on the streets than in the homes. So that's a huge problem because like only around 5 million cats are in the shelters. So majority of them like are just running around the cities, etc. And we want to tackle that problem because we have a lot of cat lovers that are not connected, and we don't understand the need of these cats because we are not entertained in a way. These problems are not showcased to them, so we are just not aware of that. And also, we saw a problem that crypto games are like mostly grind games, and we don't have a real story behind it. Some do, some not, but mostly not. And we coming up with an infrastructure for cat shelters and a gaming hub for cat lovers. Yeah, so in Gaming Hub, you can adopt an NFT cat, you can tokenize your NFT cat, and also convert your real owned cat into an NFT cat and play with it and earn rewards by doing so. Also, you can play with your friends, you can have fun with them. Also, a competitive iGaming perspective is leveraged in Token Tails ecosystem as well. And the core MVP that's going to be released also is a story mode game, which showcases the harsh reality of cats and introduces the difficulties that we experience. And we have around 160 million platformer gamers, which brings 3 billion annual revenue. And we are already launched on Telegram and browser. Yeah, so let me introduce you on how actually cats are saved. So we are onboarding shelters, one shelter per country in Europe. And these shelters will be ambassadors of Token Tails. And we will allow them to onboard more shelters on their behalf and give them an opportunity to tokenize the cats in the shelters. And these cats goes into our gaming hub, into virtual cat shelter. And after adoption of these virtual cat shelters, the funds goes to the shelters actually. And the idea behind it that to bring on-chain welfare using cat lovers and our ecosystem to create an entertaining way on how we could raise funds. Yeah. And we have a lot of competitors who are really successful in Web3, but we don't have like exact projects who could actually bring something to the shelters. Besides like 1% of donations, etc. Most of them are like poorly project-focused platforms, like as Give It, but we are not bringing that value that we are bringing. Yeah, and regarding our business model, so NFT sales mostly will be pushed from cat lovers' perspective. And the idea behind that, to use that as a fuel to grow ourselves. And to bring profit into token tails, we are going to leverage merch, business-to-business questing, as we found like success cases and Catizen, Cat Gold Mine, we're making like around 200K per month only on that. And also tails utilization, iGaming perspective, and microtransactions that occurs in game in order to keep playing. Yeah, and the traction. So we have around 100K community members right now, 77,000 players. We already have won 6 hackathons, and we already have over 20 co-marketing partners, which are helping us to build token tails from a marketing business perspective. And also we have an in-house team of developers who are helping us to build what we want. Yeah, so for this year, we are looking to achieve 500K revenue, to onboard 1 shelter from each country, 27 shelters from Europe, and onboard 250K users. And starting from 2027, we're going to start onboarding of shelters from every country in the world. And the idea behind that, to scale outside of Europe once we'll be established in Europe, really good. Yeah, and our roadmap. So the idea that we want to onboard shelters, we want to reach a certain milestones in terms of daily active users. We want to scale organic channels to not depend on KOLs and to have our own channels on how to communicate. So we won't burn too much money, to save at least 500 cats, as we are doing that already. And only that, after that, launch utility token and starts mass shelters onboarding. Yeah, and we have in-house team of 13 team members right now, and we are covered in every aspect that we need. We have a plan on how to scale, when to scale, and we are keeping our promise to save cats. Yeah, and we are raising 200K in our seed round. We're looking for only for 1 investor. We don't want to diversify and onboard them more than just like as a way in how to raise the capital. We want to have one in our team to help us and also give tips and also get more connections. Yeah, and afterwards, we already covered in terms of public round. We have launchpads, IDOs planned. It's already allocated, and that's what we need. Thanks. Any questions?
Thank you very much for the pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, any questions? Yeah, Avri, feel free to.
Just if you can repeat, or maybe I didn't understand, how do you convert the tokens and transfer the money to shelters?
Yeah.
It was in the middle of your presentation.
Yeah. So we have an infrastructure for cat shelters where we can sign in, the access is granted to them, and we can create and provide the story behind each cat, the funds we need to select the shelter, provide the name, the picture, and this NFT will be created out of this data. And the NFT cost will be based on the amount of the cat needs for example, surgeries or other medical costs that happen. And after that, it's being spawned into our virtual cat shelter. Let me show you. Yeah, I need to feed my cat first. Let me just quickly do that. As it's our like a feed wall, as we call it, to enter the game zone and start playing. Yeah, so let me find a cat that needs help. Okay, I already adopted this one, I believe. Yeah, so you can see the real story behind the cat and the virtual asset that is created. And this is NFT. And after the purchase, the funds goes to the real shelter. As we are creating wallets for each shelter and providing funds in that way.
So, and how much, what's the percentage that goes to this shelter?
100%, because we want to be fully transparent and to create a mass adoption of not just NFTs, but also users. So cat lovers who wants to donate, as we want to be a major platform across the world that users are going to use in order to provide on-chain welfare.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I see a hand. Max?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. It was very colorful, playful. And yeah, my question is about the value accrual. Basically, because you mentioned that 100% of transactions and the value captured on your platform
only
will
from
be
NFTs.
Directly transferred to the shelters?
Only from NFTs.
So
and we have other like business income flows that are around 5.5 million that we projected in 5 years.
Mm-hmm. So can you please elaborate on the basically revenue sources and how you can see in your system that you will transfer some of the value to the token so it can be backed by some of the revenue flows coming from the application?
So basically, after the purchase of NFT, you'll be able to stake your cat in order to craft utility tokens for you. And on top of that, part of rewards for the staked alone tails tokens goes not just to the user, but also to the shelter. As more NFTs are crafted alongside with that, and the value of NFT is upgraded as the reward ratio is increased after you continuously crafting items for your NFT cat. And also beyond that, beyond Web3, we're going to scale a lot with merch, as we have in mind also Tamagotchi device to be created, as it's popping out in the Asian market. Tamagotchi devices are like going from a past already. So the thing is that we saw a market potential. So after plush toys and bracelets, the next thing that we're going to bring in terms of merch will be Tamagotchi devices with token tails NFT cats. Yeah, and regarding the steady income, business questing platform, as Quest subscriptions cost around like from 1 to 3K per week. And we measured around 500K annual recurring revenue from that. Merch is the most time consuming to build the foundation around it. But we saw like a lot of success cases. Let's take like Pudgy Penguins as an example. They're making like over 13 million over only from merch. So that's a huge numbers. And we saw a market potential in Europe and worldwide. So we're going to scale it up starting from the next year in terms of merch. And for this week, for this year, we're going to focus on NFT sales and tails optimization after our TGE. Yeah, and do we have cat lovers?
Of course.
Good to hear. Okay, do we have
guys,
any more questions?
Do we have any other questions? Okay.
Not from my end. Thanks for this presentation and good luck. It looks good.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we can move on with Jesper and RedCurry.
Yes. Hi. I will just share my screen. There we go. I hope you can all see it.
All good, yeah.
Perfect. So as you said, I'm Jesper. I'm from RedCurry, and I'm here to talk to you about RedCurry. So that's a digital currency backed by yield-generating prime commercial real estate. Effectively, our money is broken, right? It's designed to lose value and not store wealth. That's because it's not backed by any of the hard assets, which means it can be printed at will. For example, the European Central Bank increased the money supply from 10 trillion to 16 trillion in the last 10 years, which of course fuels inflation and wipes off all the savings people have. And on the other side of the token, historically, the best hedge against the inflation, yield-generating prime commercial real estate, is notoriously inaccessible with its 250,000 minimum tickets to enter, notoriously illiquid with its 5 to 10 year minimum investment, and notoriously complicated, requiring months to complete a single transaction. And that's why RedCurry was born. a digital currency that's value is directly linked to the net asset value of the underlying real estate portfolio. A digital currency that cannot be printed at will because it's decentralized, and a currency that is appreciating in nature and generates rental income, which makes it a stable hedge against inflation. While doing all that, RedCurry also makes the prime commercial real estate investment accessible to everyone from the first cent, while they don't have any mandatory periods or hefty exit fees when they try to liquidate their assets. And instead of time-consuming research and complicating contracts, it's as easy to use as Tether or Bitcoin. As for the market validation, the real-world asset is one of the fastest-growing subsectors in the crypto space, as you probably know. And we did a short test run of our community program called the Money Renaissance a little while ago, which landed over 7,000 people on the RedCurry product waitlist. Over 60% of those people are from high inflation countries. And we have also pre-sold RedCurry for about 270,000 euros. When it comes to market, then we plan to target 3 big markets eventually. But first, initially, we focus on the 154 billion stablecoin sector, and more specifically, those holding stablecoins between 6 to 12 months, where over 50% of holders is estimated to be from high inflation regions. And we estimate our obtainable market to be about $3.57 billion from that. And in the short future, we also target the money idling in savings account, which is about 50 trillion globally. And from that, about 2 trillion sits in high inflation countries. Again, a perfect target for RedCurry. And the last market we plan to target is the 323 trillion real estate market, where about 1 trillion is liquidity-seeking real estate capital, meaning those investors and large funds who look to inject liquidity to real estate holdings while still maximizing the returns. And when it comes to retail market adoption strategy, then that stands on 3 big pillars for us. First of all, we have secured co-marketing deals with major blockchains, generating free exposure and adoption. We have 10 plus years of in-house experience in building exciting customer journeys to drive sales. We're ready to launch the stable coin to growth coin swap program, and ready to launch the full-scale launch, actually, the Money Renaissance community program that we already tested and worked super well for us. On top of that, we have secured agreements with trusted influencers in the finance, crypto, and RWA space with a combined following over 1 million. Now, when it comes to RedCurry and how it works, then it's very important to emphasize that RedCurry is not a tokenized real estate project, but a means of payment backed by real estate portfolio. So by MiCA classification, it's an asset reference token, which is important to distinguish. This commercial real estate that backs RedCurry generates 4 to 8% rental income, which we don't cash out, but reinvest to buy more property. And because no RedCurry is minted, this grows directly the value of existing tokens. As the portfolio grows, rental income grows, creating a continuous compounding growth cycle. That's the ingenuity of the product itself. And now if we don't take rental income out, then how do we make money, right? And that's how. It's actually quite straightforward. We charge a small portfolio management fee. We take a small commission on real estate transactions in the portfolio. We charge a small fee on the RedCurry transactions themselves, and the same goes for the governance tokens. The target for RedCurry is 1 billion assets under management by the end of year 3, generating a minimum of 6 million annual recurring revenue, leading to 100 million valuation. And here you might look like it takes 1 billion of assets to generate 6 million ARR. Here, it's really important to understand that for us, a big portion of the costs actually stand on the foundation side that manages the real estate. So this is more like already, not completely, but something more towards the EBITDA than actually ARR. And about the business model, currently we're talking about RedCurry, but In the pipeline, there is a green curry backed by sustainable lands and forests, and yellow curry focused on renewable energies. So this means that the model is not scaling just through increased volume, but through new types of curries too. We are looking to raise 1.56 million for an 18-month runway to launch RedCurry publicly and reach 100 million in assets under management. So far, we have raised about 800,000 in pre-seed and different grants. Our product is ready and in live beta on Polygon testnet. The governance utility token will be launching early March, which is a commitment for XDC and Frank. Our seed round pre-money valuation is $5.46 million. The FTV is 22 million with a 540K initial market cap without liquidity. And the private sale conditions are effective as follows: 30 million FTV at launch, 5% release at TG, 5-month cliff, and a 12-month vesting. Quite standard, I would say. Happy to discuss them privately as well. Now, when RedCurry is your access to prime commercial real estate, then Curry, our governance utility token, represents your stake in the RedCurry success. We are building Curry together with privacy-focused Partisia blockchain. This is important because with the Curry token, you actually get a voice on the RedCurry investment committee. So our community directly influences how RedCurry is invested, creating balanced governance with real estate experts. On the utility side, you can use Curry for transaction fees on reduced terms, quite standard. And holding Curry makes you a member of customer program, where different tiers give you different ecosystem benefits. And on top, a portion of RedCurry's profits is used to buy back and permanently remove Curry from the market. As for the team, it's quite diverse. There's a lot of real estate and team leading experience, as well as marketing and technical side. I would like to highlight from here Dejan in the middle there, because he's our secret sauce when it comes to accessing those prime commercial real estate. He has built and is managing a $500 million real estate fund in Austria. And then those are the people and organizations we are grateful for. So far, we have raised, from what we have raised, about 140K is from internal investors, about 250 is grants, and about 400 is external investors. And we certainly hope to add some new faces and logos to this slide soon. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you from me. And I'm looking forward to the questions.
Thank you very much for the pitch, Jesper. Thank you. Very interesting product indeed. I don't know if any of our investors would like to ask any questions. You can feel free to unmute yourself, guys. Otherwise, I saw a question from our YouTube that was asking regarding the regulation that we are following MiCA, and are you fully regulated? What's the status of RedCurry in terms of regulations, and what are the steps you are taking towards addressing these issues?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and that's something we really have to pay attention to. And yes, we took a legal opinion. Effectively, we gave a respected firm here to go through the MiCA requirements, and they gave us the opinion that yes, as I said, we are an asset reference token and not a security, which is a very crucial element, and that's why it's important to understand that RedCurry is not a tokenized real estate project, because those are more likely to be securities. With us, effectively the whole portfolio net asset value is referenced to the token value, which means we are asset reference token and just comply with the MiCA regulation.
Okay, perfect. I don't know, Max, do you have any questions you would like to ask regarding the token utility maybe, or tokenomics?
Yeah. Overall, the tokenization aspect was interesting, as Yannis also mentioned. And overall, I would actually ask if you're going to implement the token utility in tech, like when you're going to launch, because I think for a fundamental project like yours, it's crucial to have the token utilities right away, so you can absorb some of the pressure, which is going to be coming on TGE event. So yeah, my question is the following.
We eventually plan to be a completely decentralized organization. But this takes time. So at the launch here, we are, as most of the teams here, we are launching on XDC. But as I mentioned in the pitch here, we are working on our governance system effectively with Partisia blockchain, because they are offering a very good solution for private voting and all those privacy type of things. So it has to come with us. It has to come with iterations effectively, going towards more and more decentralized and giving more and more utilities to people. Because essentially at the beginning, I think as we see it, the governance and utility token really represents the company effectively. So that's why we really want to give people an opportunity to participate in how the RedCurry is invested. So to make sure this happens, we really need to have a secure and private system in place. But it takes time until those decisions can be made, because from the first dollar, from the first million, we have to invest through the funds effectively. So we are quite strict what we can do and what we can't do. So we have to first build out our portfolio big enough, and then we can start giving people more option for the choice.
Yeah, thank you so much for Nestor. Yeah, indeed, I think that would be a great way to launch after you get some initial traction. So because good governance as the utility is indeed implemented in many projects. And of course, it's a great approach of yours to focus on governance being done right, like you mentioned on a slide. But governance alone won't guarantee that the token will be actually backed by the traction your product going to be accruing, hopefully, right, in the future. So I would also focus on the token utilities like discount token models, or they're going to be tied directly to transactions occurring on your platform and the value transferred through your platform. So
yeah. So that's a very good point. And of course, I jumped right to the biggest our North Star, where we want to land, right? All the voting and very profound governance. But indeed, the utility side, we are launching immediately. Effectively, people who hold curry token have reduced fees, or in some cases even they transact feelessly with RedCurry. So yeah, they have benefits. There are different staking bonuses depending on how much you keep your tokens and etc.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So I think we can move on with OlaWealth, last but not least. Jason, can you hear us?
Yes. Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Nice to meet you all. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right, please. Nice. So, hello everyone, I'm Jason from OlaWealth. So what we're building is actually an AI agent for coin trading and help people to stay, survive, and earn more money in the crypto market with a transparent and rewarding network. So everybody knows in a very volatile market, it's hard for ourselves to stay calm and execute our trading strategies properly and accurately. So here we are to provide you a virtual agent assistant to help you to solve your pain point. So here we go. We have Ola XBT agent, our first agent on the platform, and it helps user to earn money while you're asleep. It provides you engaging interactions and trading insights, while you can just throw in questions and then it gives you insights and interact with you with more questions you have, provide you inference as well. And better still, it can base on your portfolio and your risk appetite and also your trading style to delegate your token into particular strategies, to deploy it into it, and then it runs automatically. And one more thing is the beauty is we have not only the AI agent manage the vault for user to deploy the money into it, we also have a social listening and a voting mechanism for user to based on the upcoming narratives, and then we create a new vault and then automatically to do the trading upon their selection and voting. So there are some of the key features that OlaXBT agent can do. Chart pattern recognitions, inferencing, social sentiment, well alerts. So the user journey is very simple. OlaXBT do all this kind of task at the back without user knowing about it. However, when it comes to a signal that OlaXBT detect, it will throw you a notification, say, hey, we detect a whales that take action on one of the big token on chain, and it might interpret something else. May have some interpretation, say bullish or bearish, and it will also bring along with a bunch of evidence to let you know whether this is a good trade or this is a bad trade, and then you can either do the trade execution right away, or you can ask more questions about it. Say, what about the chart pattern in 4 hours, what about chart pattern in 1 day, and so on and so forth. And it will be like your partner, your trading partner, to answer your question. While at the same time, there's the trading strategies to earn money for you that you can see there. We have a cross-chain alpha vault here happening. We're not only providing passive income, but also some momentum strategies for user to play along. So the platform looks like this. You can see with narrative vault like memes, science, AI, DeFi, and on different network, and user can just delegate money into it, delegate the token into it. So we are decentralized right away at the beginning. And there's a AI agent avatar that sort of like your assistant, answer questions, CRM, but at the moment it will be only embedded with our platform only. And as mentioned, the decentralized theme voting here, one of the user journey is, let's say, celebrities token on base, and this is by social listening. We scrap all along on Twitter, Discord, and so on. We try to guess what are the next key narratives, and then we propose it, let the user to vote for it, and then the AI will also to shortlist all the token that qualify for these narratives. And so the user can have no difficulties on looking on screening on different token, and we do that job as well. And we have a patent for doing the key factors evaluation on different crypto tokens, and our strategy inventory from arbitrage, the momentum, price pattern, and factor investing. So we basically manufacture different kinds of algo for user to deploy their money into to do effortless trading. And what is more, we have our agent can embed it to our native Telegram mini app. We offer not just investment, but also other trading related features like trading tournament, airdrops, lucky draw, and so on, so that the user can not just have fun to with our AI agent, but also can enjoy other features on the platform. So by far we have 160,000 users on our mini app, and their trading volume is monthly 15 to 30 million. Roughly in the past 6 months, the cumulative trading volume is close to 500 million. This is not the latest, but more or less around this number. And the business model, we charge platform fee in the purchase, and also our future growth is not just one OlaXBT, but more than that, and charge subscription fee from different platforms as well. So we embeddable features. So simply put, there will be a lot of agent on our platform circulated by our token, and then we have AI managed file to provide trading liquidity and volume on DEX and SEX as well. And these are our current connected exchanges and our core tech empowered by NVIDIA, Nokia, Mazda, and so on. And we recently are in XDC accelerators and also Amber accelerator. And these are other accelerators that we are working with at the moment. And our team, me, myself, a data scientist from Binance previously, and our team, only 6 of us, all engineering, quant, and AI practitioner from this entity that you can see here. So what's next? We are now raising 3.5 million to fast track our growth, and we target to TG as soon as possible, late February to early March. And I hope you enjoy my presentation and look forward to speak with you if you have any more questions. And we try to do better to provide AI agent and algo trading platform for user to do better trading. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jason, for the pitch. Great product. I don't know if any of our investors or partners have any questions or any feedback they would like to share. Otherwise, also, I think it's good to mention that we will be sharing all the feedback and all the connection requests that will be coming our way with the founders, with you guys, and then we'll connect you with VC so you can discuss further in more details. You can demonstrate your products and you can start the DD process if anything moves forward. Yeah, Avri, I saw you unmuted.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, it's interesting, and I would be happy to connect and see the mini app as well.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, all the connections will accommodate them after the session. So I think if we don't have any questions coming up, I saw also on YouTube no questions, so we can just wrap it up. Thanks a lot, guys, for the great pitches. It was an awesome time. And as I said, we will keep in touch for the connections and all the feedback after the session. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. You had a great time, and catch you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.